Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So today's Friday, which only means one thing. Today is Marketwatch. In terms of updates this week, Group Iron Man has pretty much taken over Runescape 3, and if you haven't seen the Group Iron Man series for myself, I'll make sure to link it in the corner of the video. Thank you guys so much for your support and subscriptions this week. It's been amazing and a nice little series to start off for the rest of this year as well. Now, we're not going to have a Group Iron Man episode today, but there will be one Saturday, Sunday, so make sure to keep an eye out for that. And we'll be changing up the thumbnails and stuff just because I think it could look a bit cleaner. So I'm going to spend a little bit of work today just making sure that looks good. But we've made a few changes in the last video. We now have banners and stuff just so you guys know which account is which. But apart from that, nothing massive. The Halloween event finishes on Monday, so that is now out of the game. But we don't care about that. We are only here for one thing and one thing only, and that's for the price rises and price falls for RuneScape 3 for this week. So let's get started to see what is in the price rises. So to start with, a couple of items which don't really matter, like basket, anima bic, swamp paste and buckets. Their price is so low, which is why it's gone up. The haunted whetstone is the scythe pet. I imagine that is going to go up for a while because it is just so rare. And again, once Halloween's finished, it will then move into being discontinued. So watch this space. This will be around for quite a long time. Same as this will be the Mallory pet, the Oshus pet, as well as the Solak pet as well. They will definitely be around because technically now they're discontinued. Same with the Masgrove Guardian. There is rumours they are going to sort of tie these into Reaper Slayer or actually make these available in the game. And it would be really nice to have that as well. But yeah, really good. And there's a good way that you could actually make some profit with the seasonal event. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think these seasonal events should be here to make profit from? I think it's just a nice little change in something different. But the first real item which is up in price is the Memory Dowser, now valued on a Grand Exchange at 700 mil. I have heard from a couple of people though, it's more around 800, 850, which I think it is worth it with how convenient it makes divination. And the good thing is with these items, and kind of how I've had to sort of tell myself about it as well, is that once you sell it, you're still going to have a value in that item as well. It's not as if you spend an 800 mil and then it's gone forever. It will still have a value. You just need to be careful if it's going up or down. Cosmic Runes 792 each. We have Primal Stone Spirits up at 20.6k. Woodland Foxtail 4.1 mil. Toad Flax Seed 845. Palm Tree Seed 1.9. Some of the farming seeds are just so cheap nowadays. It's crazy. Like the XP you can get for the GP there. Bronze Bars 2.5k. Bronze Arrowheads 18 GP each. Lumite gone up 3,000 coins. Now this is one of the big things which went down quite heavily due to the Infinite Porter. But now it's at all-time highs. I actually have quite a decent stock of this on the bond account, so that is definitely getting sold after this video. Powder of Pedants 877 each. We have a Grimy Iris at 405. Timber Fungus Soup 11 GP each. Molten Glass 252, Adamant Dart 11 GP each, Law Rune 290, Chaos Rune 176, Ancient Gravel, decent price for that, 1.6k there. Raw Cavefish 557, we have the Mask of the Matriarchs from last week, that is 15.8 mil. Nature Talisman 1.9k, Death Rune 269, Super Attack on its way up, you don't often see that, 2.3k there. Light Amica 7,000 coins, we have Necrite at 4.7. And again, these are a couple of the Infinite Porter items. A lot of people camped mining and also Archeology, of course. The Superstore Flask is 19.5k. Iron Bar 2.7. We have Zerosian Insignia just under 9,000 coins each. Very, very expensive there. And possibly a good thing to do is the Ancient Gravel, 1.9k there. Quite high sort of profit ranges, so definitely worth having a look into. And Ghostly Essence 1.1k. We have Strawberries and U-Seeds. Again, U-Seed 1.2k. A lot of XP for a very cheap price. Went Arrow 1.1k each. Flax 86. Cadmium Red 12.7. Portable Well 13.8. Bond, no surprise here with Group Iron Man 145 mil. We're also sort of getting to the time where people renew their membership for the year. So if they're using in-game cash, bonds will go high as a sort of result of that as well. But 145 mil is very expensive. I think last year when I did the bond account, it was something like 85 mil. So yeah, big increase in that. Adrenaline Crystal 10.6k. We have Dagganoff Hide 3,000 coins. Swamp Tar 312. Cowhide 622. Needle 242. Goldor on its way back up 898. Still pretty cheap for Goldor. And again, we talk about this a lot, but it's always nice to point out when it does happen. Goldor, which requires admittedly level 40 mining, is only 60 GP more than copper ore, which you can do at level 1. Always keep an eye out for stuff because sometimes the lesser stuff can make you more profit. We have some salvage to finish off as well, and a mango at 8.4k. Very basic week for price rises. There's generally not a lot of stuff here. A lot of things have come from the Halloween event, which is good to see. And we have a couple of archaeology items and a few ores as well, and a few items you would have sort of associated with the Infinite Porter. But yeah, very flat week for the price rises, which is surprising. But maybe that's just the quiet before the storm. But again, every week we'll sort of point it out. But it's probably the flattest week we've had in terms of price rises for a while. Good to see a couple of the items which got hammered from the Infinite Porter come up, which is nice to see. But yeah, pretty basic week there. So what we'll do now is go over to price falls and see if that is any better or any worse for the case. So price falls for this week. So again, we're going to have a lot of cosmetic stuff because a lot of cosmetic stuff is coming to the game. We're going to skip most of this and just go to more like the real stuff. But again, Soul Dive and Soul Surge, very cheap. Again, if you want these cosmetics, now's probably the best time to pick them up because they will be very, very cheap. So, first item, Moonstones, 223k. We have a Dracolith Stone Spirit, 298. Uncut Diamond, 823. It did actually go to a decent price, 900 GP for diamonds. Don't often push that 1000 GP price limits anymore. Blood Runes, 337. Earth Runes, 23. But Criminal Bolts, 267. Vibrance Energy on the way down, 386. Pretty cheap for Vibrance Energy, and I can't imagine that memory dowsers are that readily available and that common for prices, especially for Vibrance Energy, to go down that much. But again, energy prices is something we're going to keep an eye on because it's going to be something to see whether memory dowsers will really hit it. Runestone Spirits, 2.5k, which can be a very good thing for the free-to-play miners. Again, rune bars have a very good price associated to them, so definitely want to keep an eye out there. And Sold Pumpkin Mask down to 850 mil. Probably going to go down a bit more because we've still got another wave, another couple of days left of the Halloween event. But it's a very solid item if you're considering doing rituals to 200 mil, 120 for the long distance thing, because its effect with having the light source is permanently done is actually quite nice. It's quite convenient. Luminous Energy, very low, 235 there. That is very low for an energy price. You don't often see that. Sorrow Brew, 8.6k. We have Binding Contracts for Hellhounds, 106k there. Wyvern Bones, 4.7. Now, I bought Wyvern Bones once they were this price before, and I might be tempted just to pick a little bit more up as well. I just think they're too cheap for how convenient they are. As you can see, we hit this price before, but we've gone even lower. So, definitely want to keep an eye out there. Astral Runes, 770 GP each. Congealed Blood, 3.1k. Want to keep an eye out for Congealed Blood, only because it's quite limited on how it comes in a game. The big way to sort of fix the Congealed Blood problem was to put it into Vorkath's drop table. I just don't think enough people do Vorkath to affect the Congealed Blood price from that. So yeah, definitely want to keep out there because that could be one to pick up, and definitely hold because of the volume. Astral Rune, 770. The tier 95 offhands are now 150 mil. Purple Santa Hat, 76.8 mil. We have the Staff of Sliske, 156.7 there. Anti-Fire Bracket 4, 12.8k. We have the Rune Dragon Bones, 47.5. Anti-Dragon Bones, 12.8. Dragon Metal, 4.4. We have Syrian Ashes, 40.1k. Armadillion Yellow, 15.9. And Binding Contracts for Ripper Demons and Blood Reavers as well on the way back down. Super Anti-Fire, 29.5k, but would still highly recommend people pick up Phoenix Feathers if you ever need a form of AFK, because these will go up at some point as well. More energy on the way down, Lustrous and Bright, and these are the more uncommon energies as well. So Divination hit pretty hard this week, Binding Contracts hit pretty hard this week, some Herbal Potions and Bones as well. It's quite brutal on the price falls by the current view of it as well. A Grimoire page down 4.1 mil. We have Divine Charges down at 111k there. Super Restore 2.3k. Felt 4.6. Soul Rune 7.5. Runite Ore 3.8k each. Fiery Brimstone 3.6. We have quite a lot of archaeology items. White Marble, Everlight Silver Ore, Cobalt Blue, Samite Silk. That Everlight Silver Ore does seem to be a decent price, sub 10k. Very good there, in my opinion. I'd probably, if I was camping Sorry sets, be looking at that and picking some up because it's a very good price. Ripper Demon Scrolls, we have Armor Spikes, Glowing Energy. I think we've pretty much seen all of the energy on price falls this week. Onyx Bolts tipped 5.6k. That's an interesting one, especially if you fletch Onyx Bolts. Might be a time to pick a decent amount up because, again, Onyx Bolts are always protected by their out price. So, yeah, that is something I'd be looking into, especially on my account as well. If it's profit fletching, definitely looking to get into it, especially because you can throw them into your auto alkers and pretty much just forget about them. But that is a huge week of price falls. There is a lot of stuff here I would be keeping a very close eye on and looking to buy as well. Rune Ore is a very big one. All those archaeology items are a big one. Onyx Bolts is pretty massive because that's a great way to make profit with the fletching methods as well. Lots of runes, lots of herb, lots of secondaries, lots of stuff which has been in price rises for a while and pretty solid money makers really. Don't see that many binding contracts fall normally. Obviously with archaeology items they're all up and down, but it's not often you see that volume of archaeology supplies like on the way down in price falls at all. So definitely want to keep an eye out on. If there's something like relating to what you're looking to do in the future, definitely like price check consistently over the next couple of days. Again, for me, if you want what I'm going to be looking at, definitely the Rune Ore, definitely the Onyx Bolts, maybe sort of delve into Everlight Silver Ore if I'm looking at doing a Saradomin contract. Not quite sure if I am. Dragon Metal, because I have so much of the Demonheim Sashbrush sets, which I do need to go and convert into Tetra Compasses. That's one to keep an eye out as well. And because I'm looking to do Tetra Compasses, maybe Cobalt Blue could be one to pick up. But yeah, there is a lot of things down there as well. Don't be discouraged though, because these items will generally come back up. If you have a lot of them in your bank, just hold on to them. Look to do something else for a little while and just transition out. And then eventually they will go back up because these items always generally do go back up anyway. But that is going to be in the Market Watch. Thank you guys so much for watching and thank you guys so much for the support. We are actually really close to 6,000 subscribers, which is absolutely crazy. So if you are brand new to the channel and you enjoy the content, have a look around. We have plenty of series and plenty of content. Drop that subscription. It really will help me out. 6,000 subscribers will be pretty mad. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.